Thank you. Okay, so thank you for having me. So I'm Stefan. I'm the technical director of Ekico. So I'm from France. Ekico is a French company, and we have been doing this since 10 years now. So since 10 years, we have been developing and improving the device that I am about to show you. So there is two parts. There is a more theoretical part. I will explain to you a little bit what is it. Not too technical, but after I will show you how it works when we do it on the dog. Just the basic stuff, so you can, if you come out of this, you know basically what is it and how to do it. So, as I said, we have been doing this since 10 years. We have approximately almost 400 users worldwide using this device. So, from New Zealand to Tahiti, we ship worldwide. And our users are mostly vet physios, vets, but also sometimes chiropractors, farriers, and so on. So, what I am about to say is valid for both equine and canine, because we have two devices, two separate devices. At first, we started with equine, and since some of our users we are doing both, they were asking if we can do something a little bit smaller for us. So this is why we created the same version but for canine 3 or 4 years ago. So if you were here yesterday, there was a great talk by David about EMG and IMU, so I will not put too much technical stuff because it was very great. But we are based on IMU, so it is very small sensors, about 10 grams. There is 4, and you can use it on 4 limbs. And basically, we put it on the distal limb. So for the horses, it will be above the fetlock, and for canine, it will be above tarsal and carpal joint. So yesterday, if you were here at the workshop, you saw that we put the IMU on the top of the horse, on the back, and so we were measuring the asymmetry up and down, basically. While this system is a little bit different, we will track how the limb is moving forward, so how fast, how long is it, etc. So just to give you an explanation, so we will be able to track in 3 dimensions how the trajectory of each limb individually for each tribe is going, and so after we are able to detect each tribe in each impact, and for when we have all of that, we are able to know when the limb is on the floor, when the limb is in the air, so we can extract any biomechanical data such as the stride length, the impact, etc., to give you something in just 5 seconds, a little bit more for equine, but for canine, for example, it will be very fast, so you can see something that most human beings can understand compared to the graph that I just showed you before. Since the beginning, we have wanted Tendiboots to be something quick and easy to use and to understand, because there was a hole between the lab tool that you see and you use for scientific validation and that you can use when you have time for students, for example, and for daily people running their business and seeing multiple dogs or multiple horses per day, it was too complicated for them. So we wanted to make something for them so they can use it every day. A common mistake that I see today with all the technology that we see on the new devices is that usually people will, because they are exciting, they are happy, they will put it on the animal, they will record, they will get data, and after that they will try to link the data to something, and they are not very sure what is it, etc. So it's like for your smartphone, for example, taking a picture and after asking yourself, what do I want to frame? The flower, something else, and same for the X-ray. when you take an X-ray, you know what you are shooting and what you want to focus on. So it is exactly the same. You should start to know is the horse or the dog going better? What do I want to see? Is it a baseline that I am taking? So it's not really about the number, but today I know how is it, and maybe next week I will check more into detail. Is it steady? Is it worsening? Is it better? So all of these questions, so that you don't get just numbers, you have numbers that help you answer a clinical question. So this is important. Since yesterday we are mostly talking about objective analysis, more or less, depending on your workshop, but now you should know approximately why use objective measurement. Obviously, it will never replace your judgment, your feeling, your expertise and palpation, the history of the animal, etc. But it is something objective that you can rely on. You can talk about it with your colleague and also with yourself, because, for example, you can have you can see an animal today, and in 1 month, at best, maybe you have took a video, so you can see how is it 1 month ago. But the video is not very easy to compare with today. You can need to zoom on a little smartphone. Yes, you know it's a little bit better, but how much really better? So all of these questions make the follow-up difficult. So with objective tool like this one or with any other one, that makes things much easier. And one thing that our users tell us, and it's a real feedback that we see from multiple ones, is that with this kind of data, owners, whether horses or dogs, are much more involved in the rehabilitation because they want to see progress. So obviously they like to be part of all the recording, because usually this is them who put the little sensor on their animal. So they trust them, they want to see it, they understand you better. When you say, for example, that maybe we should keep it slow with the workload or anything, they are much more precautious, and they listen to you more carefully, and they take care, because the next time they see you, they want to see also that they did the thing right. So the data that you get with the Tendiboots will be mostly about the biomechanics of the limb. So you will have the number of strides that we have analyzed, not the number of strides that the dog or the horse have made, because it's not really useful. We have also the stride length, the stride height, the duration, so the duration of the stride, how much time is it in the air, on the ground, down, and the speed of how fast is it going forward. All of that, and we will give you a symmetry between left and right, because us, we are more focused on left compared to right, front and back and back. The perfect dog or the perfect human never exists, so it's never 50-50, but we have an indication, because we have thousands of recording of healthy animals. So we can give you an indication also of how far is it from this healthy database that we have. So this is the symmetry that we have. We will also be able to give you the variation. So is it something that is very fluctuating like that, or is it steady? So it is usual. And we will have also a trend. So the more you will record the animal, obviously, the more you will know it. So you will be able to see if it is going outside of what you usually see. And so you are able to say, as I said before, is it going stable? So one month ago and today. So maybe you will say, if it's going stable, we can increase the workload or the exercise that he's doing, or just take more time. If it's worsening, maybe we'll step back. ask maybe for a new diagnosis or do another X-ray or anything. Or if it's improving, you can just say, yes, maybe it's ready to go to sport again or anything. But this is back with ask the question first, and with the result, you're able to have context and better do the next step. About what you get with the mobile application, so as I said, very quick, in a few seconds you get your measurement. We try to make it very, very simple. So you have two views. So this is one of the views, so it is the numeric view. And basically, if there is any, as I said before, symmetry, for example, the strike length with left and right, that is unusual, it will show it. It will appear highlight in the application with the bold text, just so you can see and take a look if you think it's interesting with what you saw, and you will get what is it if you don't remember, and how much is it. So for example, you can say usually a healthy dog, healthy horse has 5% difference between left and right, and the animal you just recorded is 15%. So maybe take a look. So as I said just before, we have two views. Some people prefer all the numbers because they like to, these are a little bit more nerds than others, but they like to see one by one and check. And some other prefer the graph view, so basically the marker will tell you which side is the more powerful or has the more high values. So you can quickly see if there is one that is more strong than the other. Yes, just you can also export all of that from your smartphone or from your laptop, because you can access this with multiple devices, and with just one button it will create a PDF for you that you can share with the owner or just save into your system. So the question that I talked about at the beginning. There is three main reasons why people use Tendiboots. It will be for subtle asymmetry, but they are not sure about what is going on, and so they want to put number on the animals they are seeing. The most use case is rehab follow-up, as I said, because they want to see how the treatment is going. Is it going better? Is it going worse? And also post-surgery, so before returning to sport, and the owner communication. I put this, so this is the historic graph, the trend that I was talking about. It's actually a real use case, and I put the QR code if you want to check. It's on our blog. It's an interesting case that was shared by Tina Seland from Norway, and it was a complex orthopedic case that she wanted to follow objectively because it was difficult to fix, and they found out also that there was an undiagnosed neurological issue. And so, first of all, with this tool, she was able to communicate clearly with the owner, and it reassured a lot the owner about what was going on, what they were doing. And most importantly also is that the vet was also 2 hours away from the owner, and so it was also a tool and a way for the team, so the vet physio, the vet, the owner, to follow all together the animal, the dog, for better follow-up and successful use. And she was also able to see that even after finishing the treatment, the dog was going well. So it was really reassuring for the owner. We are also before after, so this is, for example, chiropractor using before after to show what they are working on and how it affects the motion. And just before I finish, the workflow, so the first 2 steps are a little bit different for horses because horses are used to have boots around the fetlock, so when you put something here, they are not really affected, or not, they don't really care about it, so it's more easy. While with dogs, when you put something on their leg, usually, we will see, but usually they dance a little bit, they are asking themselves what's going on, but it's just part of the process, there is nothing to worry about. And 99% of the case, the dog end up having his normal locomotion after 30 seconds or 1 minute. So the goal is to let the owner fit the sensor order on the dog during this time, so he can walk a little bit. During this time, you have the time to start the sensor, or create the dog, etc. And after that, you are able to record. So each recording is 10 seconds on a straight line. Again, because we want it to be fast and not something difficult. If we are asking 2 minutes, maybe it starts to become difficult, but you can multiply 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds as much as you want. The good balance is 4, because it gives enough stride to have a good analysis, but more is not necessary, except if you feel that there is any. And you just check that there is nothing wrong. If the dog or the horse stop running, walk, trot, or go left and right, obviously there is nothing to keep, and just do one more time. And after we merge everything into what we call an exam, and you get the result in a few seconds. And finally, for the canine only, we have the possibility also to record underwater, so you will be able to see, again, in the generated PDF, what is going on during the session, so you are able to see how the treadmill parameter that you change, the speed, the incline, or the water level, whatever, every time you change something, you are able to see how it affects the locomotion, the water resistance, the stride length, all of that, automatically generated for you thanks to the Tendiboots. So I don't know if you have any question, and after I can show you on the dog how it's going. So as I said, we put it about the tarsal joint, and the question was also, I think I have one question, can I use it 4x4 or 2x2? For the equine, you need to use 4, but for the dog, you can use only 2 if you want, but always left and right, because we are comparing left and right. So now, as I said, the owner should walk a little bit, the dog tempts a little bit, so you can just trot it. So it gets used to the system. During this time, you start the sensor, so there's only one button to start it. With one battery, you have 8 hours of recording, so and I place the sensor on the little page to synchronize them. So before doing back and forth this way, I put the sensor like this, and I record them. So when you create the dog, you need to obviously put the name here now. Also, the weight of the dog. So I don't know how much approximately is it? The weight?
The weight 24.
24 kilograms. Okay. So the synchronization process takes 15 seconds. It's very, very fast. And after we just have to put the sensor on the lid. So each sensor has a dedicated lid. So now it's okay. We can put the sensors. So you can start here. So as I said, 10 seconds per measurement. We start steady. And can turn it around. So yeah, stop. Yeah. And I say you can do a bit of shot. Okay, right. And we do that for example, three or four times. So 4 is a good number. So let's wait a few seconds. Okay, we can do the same. Thank you. So it was just to give you the process. It's very quick to do. You can also use it on the treadmill if you want, so you have repeatable and the same context every time. Because obviously when you compare, make sure you have the same surface, the same shape. So thank you for your attention. If you have any question, feel free to ask, or I'm just here tomorrow morning or so if you want.